Have you ever wished you could make a rich, nourishing hair butter at home using simple natural ingredients? Well, today I'm showing you exactly how I made mine using rosemary, cloves, and fenugreek. If you enjoy natural hair care, you're going to love this recipe. So let's get started. Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Oma, and this channel will talk about natural hair, real hair talks, real life hair experiences, natural hair cultures, and amazing DIYs that would help you navigate your natural hair journey. If that's something you're interested in, please do well to subscribe and join the family. For this recipe, I'll be using rosemary, cloves, fenugreek seeds, my homemade aloe vera oil. If you've not watched the video, please kindly go back to watch how I made my aloe vera oil, olive oil, and my raw shea butter. Now, each ingredient brings something unique to the recipe. You know that rosemary is commonly used in hair care routines because it helps maintain a healthy scalp, while cloves contain antioxidants and are often included in DIY hair oils. Fenugreek is rich in proteins and mucilage, which can also help improve sleep and make hair feel softer, while shea butter is an excellent moisturizer that helps seal in moisture. Olive oil adds extra nourishment and shine, while the aloe vera oil ties everything together. I'm starting off by combining all my dry ingredients together and blending them. I chose to blend. You can also choose not to blend. It all works either way. And then I blended my, you might not really need to blend yours to be very smooth. Blended mine, and then this is what it looks like. Because the container that I have after blending is really small, I had to go ahead to transfer into a bigger container, and then I went in with about 1.5 spoons of my shea butter. And the next thing I also went in with was my homemade aloe vera oil and a little bit of olive oil. Combined this together, mixed it thoroughly before going ahead to infuse all the ingredients using double boiling method. To do a double boiling method is very simple. Just bring a water to a boil and add whatever it is you want to add into the water and allow that to infuse nicely. So I did mine on a low heat. So if you want to get the nutrients that you deserve from your ingredients, please make sure that you infuse it nicely on a very low heat. Do not overheat. This is what we are working with. I just kept stirring this until the shea butter is completely melted into the ingredients. The ingredients, I mean the cloves, fenugreek, and the rosemary. So just keep stirring at intervals. Do not just completely leave it without stirring, because stirring would also help to combine everything together. And don't forget, you're supposed to do this on a very low heat. And after some minutes of stirring and stirring, this is where we are right now. And voila, this is what we have. I brought that down and allowed to cool for some minutes before straining out with my wig cap. You can use whatever you have that wouldn't let particles into it, but if you don't mind the particles, that's fine, because mine actually had a little bit of rosemary in it, the particles of rosemary in it, so I don't mind. So if you don't mind the particles, that's fine. this is what we have after sieving. I'll just go ahead to discard that, and here is our liquid gold. I'll go ahead to add that into the refrigerator and allow that to freeze for about an hour or so, but do not allow it to over freeze so that you would be able to whip it up easily. All right.
One eternity later.
After about what looks like forever, this is our hair butter, our amazing hair growth butter. I went ahead to whip this up together. If you have a hand mixer, that would be fine to use. If you have an electric hand mixer, perfect. Please do make use of that. But when you don't have any of this, kindly make use of what you have available in your house, whether spatula, fork, or just whatever you have. Please do use it to whip this. And I want to let you know that you're going to whip this. If you don't have an electric mixer, you're going to do some hand exercise here. So take notes. You're going to whip this and whip and whip and whip until you get to the right consistency, or will I say perfect consistency for you. So for me, I whipped and whipped and whipped and whipped and whipped until I got to the consistency that I want. Now, before you get to the consistency you want, you need to whip this till it turns to a light white, if I would say so. Just keep watching the video, you would understand what I am saying. So you're going to keep mixing this until the mixture becomes smooth, creamy and fluffy. Just like I said earlier, this step takes a little patience, but is worth it because it creates a light texture that's easy to apply to the hair. So this is what I have at the moment. I had to go ahead to keep whipping, whipping, whipping and mixing and whipping and mixing until I get the perfect consistency. Now, let me tell you how I use this. I like applying this butter to damp hair after moisturizing. I focus mainly on my ends because they are the oldest and most fragile parts of the hair, just like we all know. You can also use a small amount to seal moisture after wash day or whenever your hair feels dry. Like this butter melts very easily into the hair. You would see that. Now this is what we have. This is what we have. This is our hair growth butter made with the perfect and amazing ingredients ever. At this point, you can add any essential oil of your choice that you have available. I didn't have any, that is why I did not add any. Whether your peppermint oil, your tea tree oil, your lavender essential oil, like any form of essential oil that you have, kindly please do feel free to add. It will help with the fragrance, and also you can add vitamin E oil into this butter to also help with the preservation. Now remember that consistency with the overall hair care routine matters more than any single product. You might want to ask, okay, how do I store this? You can store your hair butter in a clean airtight container and keep it in a cool dry place. And note that if your room is very warm, the butter may soften, but that's completely normal. And that is how I made this nourishing DIY hair butter. Have you ever made your own hair butter before? If yes, tell me what ingredients you used in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss more natural hair recipes. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Until then, peace. Bye.